How to make people remember you. No matter who you are, you always want to be the remembered guy in the room. Whether you're at work or just hanging out with friends, being the cool and memorable guy always comes with an advantage. You need to carry yourself with an aura that screams, "I'm the man." This doesn't mean being cocky, but rather having quiet confidence. You don't have to wear the latest fashion, but you should always be well put together. This shows that you take pride in your appearance and that you're a man who knows how to take care of himself. Be the guy that everyone wants to talk to. Be the one with the stories, the jokes but not insults, and the interesting perspective. People are drawn to those who are interesting, and being the one is remembered guy in the room is all about being someone that people want to be around. You're watching Alpha 1, we bring amazing content for you to watch. Subscribe to get the latest videos. Throw some candy on your desk. As the old saying goes, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. This also applies to being the remembered guy in the room. People will always be drawn to you if you have something delicious, and it doesn't have to be something healthy or expensive. A simple bag of candy or some homemade cookies will do the trick. Everyone loves a sweet treat, and they'll be grateful that you thought of them. Plus, it's a great conversation starter. You can ask people about their favorite candy or what kind of candy they loved as a kid. Who doesn't love talking about food? Remember important names at the big networking event. We've all been there. You're shaking someone's hand and having a great conversation, and then you realize you have no idea what their name is. It's an awkward moment, and you can usually see the other person thinking, "Do I really know this person?" If you want to be the someone who is always remembered in the room, you need to avoid these moments at all costs. One way to do this is to keep a little notebook with you. Jot down the names of the people you meet, along with any other important details about them. This way, when you see them later, you can say their name and they'll be impressed that you remembered. It's a small gesture, but it goes a long way. Don't be afraid to be yourself at the end of the day. The best guy in the room is the one who is comfortable in his own skin. He doesn't try to be someone he's not, and he doesn't care what other people think of him. He's confident and content with who he is, and that's what makes him so remembered. So, if you're not sure how to be the remembered guy in the room, just be yourself. The rest will follow. Use silence as an effective conversational tool. One thing that the effective person in the room always knows how to do is use silence effectively. He knows that sometimes it's better to say nothing at all. He's comfortable with pauses in conversation, and he uses them to his advantage. He knows that silence can be powerful, and he uses it to make people feel uncomfortable or get to talk to them more. If you're not sure what to say, don't be afraid to use silence as a conversational tool. It can be just as effective as words, if not more so. Don't try to lie. To be remembered almost by everyone around also starts with honesty. He doesn't try to fake it or make up stories because he knows that people can't see through that. He's confident and secure in himself, so he doesn't feel the need to lie. Instead, he tells the truth and lets people make their own judgments. This doesn't mean that he's perfect, but it does mean that he's real, and people appreciate that. Be a good listener. The remembered guy in the room is also a good listener. He knows that people want to be heard, and he makes an effort to really listen to what they're saying. He hears their concerns and their stories and responds in a way that shows he cares. People feel valued when they are being listened to, and they're more likely to be wanted around someone who makes them feel that way. So if you want to be someone who is almost always in mind of others, make sure you're a good listener. Talking eyes. The one who wants to be remembered should look in the eye when he's talking to them. He knows that it's important to make that connection, and he wants people to know that he's sincere. He looks them in the eye and he speaks with conviction. This shows people that he's confident and that he believes in what he's saying. It's a simple gesture, but it goes a long way. So, if you want to be the remembered personality in the room, make sure you're talking in the eyes. You need to dress the part. How to dress is part of how people are going to remember you. He knows that people judge you based on your appearance, and he makes sure he looks his best. He's well dressed and he looks put together. This shows people that he's confident and that he takes pride in his appearance. It also shows that he cares about making a good impression. So if you want to be the someone always remembered, make sure you're dressing the part. If you want to be the best guy in the room, there are a few things you need to do. You need to be yourself, use silence effectively, and be a good listener. You also need to dress the part. But the most important thing is to be confident and content with who you are. That's what will make you memorable. Use the right body language. Body language plays a great role in how people will talk about you. He knows how to use his body language to his advantage and how he uses it to make himself more approachable. He stands up straight, he makes eye contact, and he smiles. He looks people in the eye when he talks to them, and he has an open and welcoming posture. His body language screams, "I'm the cool guy in the room." So make sure you're using the right body language if you want to be the cool and memorable too. One of the most important things you can do if you want to be the memorable guy in the room is to make people feel comfortable. This means being friendly and approachable, and it also means being a good listener. People will be drawn to you if they feel like you're truly interested in what they have to say. So ask them questions and really listen to their answers. If you can make someone feel comfortable, they'll want to be around you more. And that's how you become the remembered guy. Develop your personality. The cool and memorable guy in the room is usually the one with the best personality. He is the life of the friends meetup, and he knows how to have a good time. He's always up for talking good, and he's always making other people smile. He's the guy that everyone wants to be around because he's just so much to learn. If you want to be the remembered guy in the room, make sure you have a great personality. Be the one that people want to be around for good reason, and make sure you're always up for a good time. People will flock to you if you're a good person, so make sure you're always bringing reasonable joy with you. One of the most important things that the remembered guy in the room has is confidence. He's not afraid to be himself, and he knows that he's cool. If you want to be the memorable guy in the room, make sure you have confidence, be comfortable in your own skin, and don't worry about what other people will think of you. Be humble. Humility is also a strong key for you if you want to be remembered by others. Remembered personalities make sure that they are not arrogant or cocky, and they don't try to show off. They know that being humble is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. So, if you want to be the memorable person in the room, make sure you're humble. Don't try to show off or be someone you're not. Just be yourself and let your coolness shine through. How was the video? Let us know in the comment section below. See you with another great video.